UK Prime Minister Theresa May says her Brexit bill will be brought back to Parliament for a fourth vote in early June. MPs have rejected the withdrawal deal 3 times already. So is Mrs May facing another defeat? Well,
that seems to be the feeling coming from across the political divide, with many saying that they plan to vote the bill down again. And cross-party talks, they're still continuing to try and end the Brexit deadlock.
But Labour is warning that without a deal, it will not back the bill either. But have any changes been made to the agreement that MPs will be asked to vote on? Well, that's a question we're going to put to Ollie Barrett in London. Ollie, senior members of Theresa May's cabinet, including her Brexit Secretary Stephen Barclay, saying today that if it doesn't pass, then the UK facing either no deal Brexit or a no Brexit. We've heard this before and it didn't work. Any indication if it will this time, and any changes to the Brexit bill at all?
Still looks very difficult for her to get to that point. Of course, that threat is based on the idea that the European Union wouldn't extend the Brexit process again in October, and it may well actually do so. So that threat may well actually not work when it comes to MPs. I think part of her calculation is also that at upcoming European elections, if her Conservative Party does perform very badly indeed, and if Nigel Farage's Brexit party performs very well, that may focus the minds of some of her MPs to back her Brexit deal and get the divorce deal over the line. But a huge gamble for Theresa May, and it's raising further questions about her leadership and how long she can stay in post.
All right, tell us more about that, because, you know, the fourth vote is going to take place after the EU elections, and tell us about the impact the results actually will have on Theresa May as, you know, Prime Minister, and as well as on Brexit itself.
It's all going to intensify speculation about her leadership, but also intensify calls from within her own party for her to set an actual date for standing aside. Of course, she's promised to stand aside if her Brexit deal gets through the House of Commons, but at the moment there's no real prospect of that happening, and so many of her own MPs want to know when she's going to stand aside if her deal can't get through the House of Commons. What she's setting up here, though, is an effective confidence vote in her own leadership from the House of Commons and her own party. If she does lose that vote on the withdrawal agreement bill in the first week or so of June, then that really becomes a vote of confidence in her leadership and in her government. I think it would be very hard indeed for her to survive beyond another major defeat in the House of Commons.
And Ollie, just quickly, is there anything different in this bill now that it's coming up for a fourth vote?
It's slightly different in the way it's being presented, in the sense that it is not a vote on her withdrawal deal with Brussels. It's a vote on the legislation which surrounds the Brexit deal with Brussels. Effectively, it's the same thing, but it's a slightly different way of putting it to her MPs. Whether that makes any difference remains to be seen.
All right, many thanks for that. Ollie Barrett speaking to us from London.